Hey, what's going on, guys? Oink here, bringing you my first proper gameplay of Battlefield 3. Wait, is it? I think it is. Yeah, I think my last video was a Batman, sort of just my thoughts on Batman and stuff. So yeah, I believe this is my first Battlefield 3 gameplay. It's not going to be just a really standard one. What it is my first game using the sniper. Well, I say the first game. The semi-auto snipers. I mean, they're useful for certain things, but on the whole, they are pretty useless, to be quite honest. Like, they're just unbelievably weak, like, really unbelievably weak. They take 3 body shots or a headshot and a body shot. Like, they're not even a one-shot headshot. I mean, snipers is... I mean, the thing is, right, when you're playing the Recon class, you don't have to use a sniper. So, first of all, using stuff like shotguns, in combination with motion sensors and, like, clearing out rooms, that sort of stuff, that can be a really effective way to play. Alternatively, you know, using a sniper and spotting enemies and that sort of thing is also another thing that you can do, and that's obviously going to help your team a lot. Now, in this gameplay, I kind of made it my role, I guess you might want to say, to defend B. I mean, not B, A, sorry, because B, as you can see from this vantage point that I've found myself, is actually not visible. So I thought, well, if I just cover A, then at least they won't be able to get that one, and they actually got B pretty early there. But I did stick to this. I was mostly around this rock and another little rock, and obviously it is kind of a bit slow paced in that sense, you know, but you know, you just can't run around with snipers in this game. It's just not something that's advisable, at least, and definitely not something that is going to do well for you in most occasions. I mean, you might be able to get away with it using a shorter scope or the iron sights on the rifles, but on the whole, it's not going to be particularly useful. And that is actually one thing. A lot of people don't realise you can use the iron sights. If you just go onto your gun, it comes default equipped with, was it the 8x scope? And if you just hit left, you can actually use it without any optical sights at all. But again, maybe for these semi-autos, that is something that you might want to consider. They can be used reasonably well with the iron sights, but I wouldn't recommend it for the bolt actions, just because you need to be hitting those headshots. You know, in Battlefield Bad Company 2, the best snipers were incredibly accurate. You know, it's all about A, hitting your first shot, and B, hitting that first shot into their head. Otherwise, if you hit a body shot, it's not going to be a one-hit kill unless they're previously injured or you're very close to them, and it means they can just run away and hide and recuperate the health. But I mean, obviously if you know they're injured, obviously just go for that body shot. There's no need whatsoever to risk a headshot. But if you know that you know, if you trust in your skill enough that you can go for headshots, then that's what you need to be doing. And I would recommend, you know, only going for headshots if you can, unless it really is like a difficult shot, like a moving shot. And I unfortunately failed to save my buddy there, Cheddarman 1. But like I said, so mainly sticking to this rock, and this is a really good vantage point, because from here I can take cover from behind the rock if I start getting shot at. I can run back down. I can see A. I can also see the 2 main entry points from the sea, that right hand side there and the left hand, where there was a boat tagged, and I can also see the rock which they can get onto just over the other side there. I was just looking past it, and I actually go to switch positions here because I feel I've overstayed my welcome a little bit. But it's a really good vantage point on this map, especially when you're defending. Of course, I mean, you wouldn't use it when you're attacking, but you know, it's important to remember in Battlefield that it is a team-based game. You know, you're not just trying to get good kills and stuff and get a good KD ratio. The idea is to win the game. I mean, if you don't play it that way, then I'm not going to lie, you're not really playing the game correctly. And so don't feel bad about yourself if you do find yourself maybe holding out one spot or something, because maybe, yeah, I would disagree that sitting in a corner with a shotgun in a room or like something like that is a little bit cheap and it's a little bit irritating. And I wouldn't say that that's something you should do. But then again, if you're, say for example, playing the support kit, and you know that there's an alleyway or an objective point that lots of people are coming at, then by all means set up that LMG with a bipod down at, you know, somewhere nearby. Just move from point to point, covering, you know, your sector, as it were, and that's perfectly acceptable, and effectively that's what I'm doing here with my sniper. I'm getting into a good vantage point where I can see down onto the map, and it's not too exposed, so I can, you know, take good cover, and it's not necessarily obvious for people to see me. And I basically just use that for most of the game, and try and pick off their players. Now you'll see me misjudging a few shots in this game. It's not very long, in fact it's almost over. I don't know how many more kills I get, in fact, but you'll see me misjudging a few kills, because a few shots even, because I mean, like I said, this is either my first or second game using this sniper rifle, and it is all about learning the rifle, learning the kind of bullet drop, the accuracy, what kind of range you want to be trying to go for shots at, that sort of thing. And the more you use a sniper rifle, the better you get, you know. I mean, I disagree that there is any one best gun, and this also goes with Call of Duty, to be honest. It's just about what you get good at. I mean, obviously some guns in certain areas are going to be better than others, but almost all guns, you know, are usable, and it's just about getting good with that and understanding how best to use that particular weapon. I'm looking forward to unlocking the M40 just because I do prefer the scope. I don't particularly enjoy the little arrow sight that you get with this. I find it a little less usable. And here, after I die, they do actually manage to take the bomb site, so I make it my aim there to go and disarm that bomb. And fortunately there was no other reinforcement spawning on him, and I got it disarmed pretty easily there. You may be thinking, how can the video be over so soon, because there's 30 more tickets left, and that is because that I actually got disconnected from the game, and unfortunately there are still a few bugs like that, and hopefully those will be sorted out soon. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. Look forward to more gameplay, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Oh, and whilst I'm out here, I thought I may as well show you guys a couple bonus clips. This is actually on the same map, playing the other way, so shooting off the boat onto the beach there, and just hit a couple of nice, pretty long range shots actually. Anyway, that's all for now, guys. I'll see you all later. Peace.